Welcome in the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, John Tavares. JT, thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure it's an off day for you and one that you may need after recharging your batteries. How busy was it for you?
Yeah, it was very busy. Thanks for having me on. But yeah, I think obviously a lot of great things yesterday. Obviously playing and just everything that went with it. Being a pretty cool milestone to hit. So definitely feeling some of that today, but it's all good and nice to have a couple days here before we're back at it on Wednesday. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
So JB here to JT is really concerned about how expensive it was for you this weekend. How many tickets was it, JB?
60 or 70, do you say? That many people at the game?
Yeah. So it was really fortunate. I think the organization was very helpful in that regard, and my teammates as well with our allotted tickets and the way they stepped up to the plate and took good care of me there. I definitely owe them one. So, but yeah, there's still some expenses to the weekend for sure. I'll let my wife handle those, and I'll just continue to try to focus on playing some good hockey.
That's great. It sounded, I mean, it was beautiful seeing your kids out there with the silver sticks and all that, like in Toronto, somewhere where you grew up wanting to play. Obviously, just such a cool moment for you. When you watch that video back before the game and maybe you were reflective on your own career, what are you most proud of? What were you thinking about watching that video?
Well, I think there's lots of things. I think, obviously, definitely very proud of myself of, I think the commitment, the work ethic, the sacrifice and dedication and really, it's really all those things because I think just the love of the game and the same feelings I get when I put my skates on, even though there's different components now from when you're a kid to being a professional and playing in the NHL, but the same feelings I get and excitement to play the game and to compete are the same as I have as a kid. So I think just a lot of that, and I think just a lot of gratitude for a lot of people, and obviously two great organizations and a big part of my career and helped me get to this point and where I'm at. So just really, really grateful for that, and obviously really special, like you said. To have this game and this milestone where I grew up and to have so many people that were all part of that, either through my childhood and coming up through junior hockey and then obviously professionally. So it's really nice to share with them and with my teammates and the organization. So all in all, it was a great day.
We're joined with the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, John Tavares. JT, on this show, we often break down Sheldon Keefe's every word right down to the nitty gritty. One of them today was in regards to your structure, your routine. For some of those listening out there, I mean, what does he mean? What's a game by game situation with you? If it's a 7 o'clock start and the things that you go through, maybe you can kind of quickly let our listeners and our watchers understand what they mean when they talk about your routine.
Well, something that has always kind of given me a lot of confidence, and probably something I've just realized and picked up on, are things that I've learned from different people throughout my career, and just getting a sense of who I am as a player is just preparation, and it gives me a lot of confidence and helps me feel good, and not that I really want to be so strict, but I think you want to develop a really good process and habits that put you in the best possible state of mind. And I think, obviously physically on a day-to-day basis. And as I get older, just your better understanding, you've been through it a lot of times. And the more that you learn, whether about yourself or just the things that can make a difference from you over a long grind and the challenges of being consistent and playing at a high level and an elite level that, I want to push for and be at and what I expect of myself. So there's a lot of things that I think are important that I try to take care of, from just even the simple things of routine of just when you go to bed, when you wake up, and obviously how you take care of yourself, the way you eat and hydrate, and all the other things that are a big part of recovery and performance these days that a lot of science has gotten behind. So, something I've been intrigued about and seen from other athletes or players or guys I've been around, or obviously throughout our staff and the things they bring to our attention. And, as I'm getting older, continuing to refine those things that I can still obviously play at an elite level and continue to make the most of this opportunity and just enjoying playing the game. So something I enjoy and something that helps bring me confidence and helps me feel prepared. So, and obviously being a father now and having a family, managing my time is extremely important and maximizing all that and making sure that, that's priority number one for me in my life. So that's part of it as well. It really puts a lot of things in perspective and kind of weeds out and maybe a lot of things that you used to do or the way you used to spend your time and allocate it and whatnot that, it's helped me kind of even dial those things even a little bit more.
John, when you look at that, career arc for yourself again, I'm, thinking of watching you at the Islanders in your early days. Obviously, as a player coming into the league, there's just a lot of go and show everyone what you can do. Has your style changed intentionally in any way? Like, do you feel like when you go into a game and you talk about your routine, what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to bring, is that always been the same, or has it evolved as you've evolved over the years?
Oh, yeah, no question that's evolved, I think. As a young player, and obviously, a lot of expectations, and I think even just for me, what I expected of myself, you want to come in and you want to prove yourself. And I think, you never have to, you always constantly have to prove yourself. But I think to establish, better to say that to establish myself as a player in a league and as a good player and obviously pushing to be an all-star and an elite player and counted on in a lot of areas and the strength of my game, obviously offensively and what I was able to do as a kid and through junior hockey. Obviously, you want to find that confidence and bring that ability in, and then it's, really fine tuning, the areas of your game that need some work and some polishing and some that comes through experience. And obviously, playing in the league and understanding the league and obviously, what you learn that is important to help bring success to all parts of your game and how they all become connected. As I've really come to kind of realize over this, last few years of my career, how important that is. And I think, my role is, probably changed over the last few seasons, especially I think with Sheldon coming in, and he's been great. And helping me with that, especially with, just the way, Austin has become one of the best players in the world and how our team dynamic has kind of worked out. Just how you approach things and having a feel for your game and the team and how that dynamic works and how you can make the biggest impact possible. So, I've tried to take a lot of pride in that and enjoy that part, that evolution part, and continuing to find the areas or the mindset that you want to attack and improve upon and see how things can kind of evolve. And when you play and gain experience, you see other guys around the league or guys that you've played with who have been through that and you can pick up things here and there and you learn from all those things. So that's the benefit of, playing in 1,000 games now or 14 seasons and that evolution, I think is critical. To always think just what you did yesterday is going to work tomorrow. Can be a little bit short-sighted. But in saying that, I also think it's important to know what your strengths are and to be good at your strengths because that is always kind of the foundation of your game.
And then again, it doesn't hurt. And there must be some sort of comfort in looking over your side and either seeing Marner or Nylander. What do you and Austin just draw straws before the game and there's really no loser either way?
Yeah, it's a big reason why I came here. You see what those guys were doing, and they're even just on their, coming into the league as extremely young players, so much expectation, a lot of attention, especially playing in Toronto and what that brings and their ability to handle it, and obviously their skill sets and the exceptional talents they all are. You obviously want to, play with good players and seeing where they were at in their careers and where I was at in mine and knowing, the opportunity of the contract I was going to be able to sign, and it made a lot of sense and was, part of the decision-making process. So no doubt, anytime you get to play with elite players like that, it just makes the game that much easier, and you learn so much more about the game and get so much better. I talk a lot about, in practice, whether it's going up against Austin or you're working together in whatever we're doing in our team settings or some of our skill development work. You just get so much better being around those types of players and challenging yourself going up against them every day. And you gain, obviously, so much respect for them and love playing with them, but they also help make you better.
So cool seeing your kids with the Islanders patch and the Leafs patch on their little jackets. I'm curious about what the difference is in your relationship with Long Island and your different relationship with Toronto. Obviously, both positive experiences on the balance. Just wonder what's different. I know it's a tough market here in Toronto, given all the media attention, and obviously, I imagine there's a lot of noise it being your hometown.
Yeah, I mean, different places, but both obviously incredibly special to me and impactful to me. Being just a young kid getting drafted first overall, the Islanders was a tremendous honor, and obviously I took that with tremendous pride and tried to give it everything I have every single day, and really embraced being an Islander. And it's obviously a very passionate and proud fan base, and the organization. Obviously, we were working hard and doing the best we can to try to turn things around, and has a lot of great memories and tremendous relationships built there. And obviously it was a big part of me growing up and becoming the player and person I am. And obviously just a really unique opportunity when things kind of came together and decided to come to Toronto. At the end of the day, I love to play the game, and there's a lot of, different things and things that you can read or listen to or watch or see. But at the end of the day, I think I just try to go out there and give it everything I have and believe in my ability and have fun, and know that getting to play in a market like Toronto with the history and tradition of the organization, and obviously an unbelievable fan base, it doesn't get much better than that. So, it's really special. I think, that's what makes it great is expectations are high, and people want the team to do so well, so badly, that, I think 99% of the things that I hear or when I'm in around town and people see is all so positive, and I think they love the team, watch the team, and the type of players that we have. So, just continue to work at it, and obviously for us to find a way to break through.